Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bad Bitch Juice Show, where we do sheet masks and drink bad bitch juice and talk everything bad bitch. Say hi, Maya. What are you drinking?
Same as last time.
You got cha? I'm having some coffee today.
Pink.
Oh, cheers.
Oh. Cheers. Delicious.
Sorry, I need to get caffeinated a little bit.
I was like, I'm not sure. Did I prepare it wrong today? Like, because I realized I was pouring. I wasn't thinking. I was just pouring.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about the bubbles.
Oh no!
She left a little bit of the soap in the cup, and then after she prepped the whole coffee, she was like, "David, why is it bubbly?" It wasn't just like bubbles from like pouring; it looked like the soap bubbles.
Yeah, it was like shiny rainbow.
Jasmine masks.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
We need to hydrate.
I think my skin's been getting better though. Tommy looks better.
It looks really good.
Oh. Cold. Today we're talking about community and Gandhi.
Gandhi.
But yes, tell everyone about your new routine.
You mentioned like your morning routine, and I've had morning routines in the past where I would wake up like 5 a.m. and I overall really liked waking up early, feeling productive.
Well, I've been sort of pushing you to have some sort of routine in the morning. I kind of suggested working out just because it's been so good for me. Yeah, you did it for about 3 days.
It was Tuesday through Friday, and I feel a lot better. Like I'm doing workouts that aren't too intense at the moment, just to like ease my way, so I don't feel like I hate my morning.
Well, how do you feel throughout the day? Has there been any changes, like emotionally?
I feel a lot better in terms of productivity. Like I woke up so early, right? I did everything that I need to do. I got ready without rushing, which is one of my favorite things in the world is,
Oh, yeah.
like taking my time. So by the time that I get to work, I feel like I'm ready to do things.
Versus like waking up 10 minutes before.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you operated in school time, but that was literally me. So I wouldn't want to go, so there's lots of friction, there's a hurdle, and I'd keep pushing back my alarm and doing that kind of stuff. And now I fall asleep in class again.
You fell asleep in class?
I fall asleep in class all the time. All the time. Oh my gosh. It's the hardest battle. Like I hate that battle. It's so exhausting for me when I'm like,
But I'm also really big on like getting enough sleep. So if I had to sacrifice not doing my readings to like the full extent for sleep, like I just slept.
oh. I also wasn't reading. Like that wasn't the reason why I wasn't. Anyway, you know what? We were talking about the effects of having that amount of time, the time to prepare in the morning to get ready for your day versus just waking up and then like let me toss on some stuff and just rush out kind of thing.
I was watching a YouTube video about like $1 billion morning routine, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was right before the night of me starting to wake up at 6. And it was interesting too because I'm not trying to follow something exact by what people say, just kind of adapting to what works best for me.
Yeah.
And so some of the things are things that you mentioned too, like drinking water in the morning, which I've also been doing, and I feel good because sometimes I forget at work. My water bottle's kind of tiny, so then the amount that I drink isn't as much. I've been feeling really thirsty in the morning, which it never happens. I think I'm used to being dehydrated, that it's like my normal state.
I think that's the same thing for workouts. At a certain point, the first week is always rough, well, because I've always like restarted many times, but it's always like the first week, the second week, you started like just feel good.
Yeah, I'm excited because I had a lot of movement when I was in school, and it kind of stopped.
Sorry. I'm gonna look back on the film, it's gonna be all brown over here. Sorry. We used to have like a group workout, just like on voice chat. And we did like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. workouts with 2 other friends. And we would just be on voice chat and I would lead and I would say, okay, this is the workout doing today. But it became reliant on me to be up because then I was sort of like the workout leader.
Yeah, and you had the little app.
I had the app that I was following. And, like Lucero was just saying that you would come on Discord, which is, if you don't know Discord, it's just like a voice chat app. And she would check to see if I was online. If I wasn't, then she would stay in bed, right? There was no accountability both ways.
So I would just be like, oh, I guess we're not working out. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you would still do your workout eventually, right? But I would not. But now if I'm doing my own thing, then I don't need like someone to send me a workout, or I just do whatever.
But again, it's one of those things too, that's like the double-sided thing. Routine doesn't always make us happy though.
Oh, it makes me really happy to a certain extent.
Oh yeah,
like morning routines. I love.
Right. Cheryl, we have 4 minutes left on our face, man.
Oh, really?
But anyway,
oh, shoot.
Cheryl's morning routine just took over the whole show.
I'm sorry.
But you were talking about we're talking about morning routine, and you said drinking that cup of water in the morning has been really helpful. And I brought up this quote on TikTok and an Instagram reel. And this is why drinking that cup of water in the morning is so important. First thing when you wake up, okay? You think of that and you're like, why? Why is it so important? This is what Gandhi said. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. When we talk about change, especially when we want to break a habit or an idea, I brought this quote up when I was talking to everyone about changing your mindset on being photogenic. Being photogenic, or whether you tie photogenic to feeling beautiful or not, they're both like this sort of idea that's been set by the society. It's been fed through us, many filters. Yeah, it's like that kind of motion throughout like however many years. That becomes our belief. We're not beautiful. We're not photogenic. I don't look good in that hat. I don't look good in that jacket. I can never be fit, or I can never be happy. Whatever that belief is, that dictates. That's at the top. So that dictates our thoughts, and that dictates our words. And we say things like, I'm not photogenic. It might not be serious. We might be joking. A lot of my clients say when they're joking, self-deprecating. No, I'm not photogenic. It supports every other aspects of our life. Like we're strengthening this foundation that we have of this negative belief we have on ourselves. And by saying those words, it becomes our actions, and then actions become habits, right? And that's why those, like, we just say it, like, oh, I'm not photogenic. Like, it just becomes a habit at that point. We don't think about it. It's a joke, but we just do it. It becomes our habits, and it becomes our values, and it becomes our destiny. We become this person who imagines we're unphotogenic. When we're talking about tackling these bigger changes in our lives, we can't just go to the top of the chain and then change our beliefs overnight. We go to simpler things like the words or the actions. And those are little things that we can change. We can change any part of this to start a new cycle. But what's easier to change, our beliefs or our words? Words, yes. How I'm tying that into your morning routine and the actions as well. It's easier to add in a little, even if it's as simple as drinking a cup of water. That's an action you're changing. But it's the fact that you're changing something, even as simple as that. Even as simple as catching yourself when you're being hard on yourself and you're like, I'm not saying recite a whole like poem to yourself every morning. It's simple stuff that slowly build up into a habit. And the habit turns into values, and then it changes your destiny. There's a really cool app that I started using for a little bit, but even on there, it was like a habit building app. Even on there, it said, okay, next morning, what you're gonna do is drink a cup of water. And I was like, no, give me more. What else do you want me to do? I'm not gonna just drink a cup of water. And I couldn't add any other things to do. The only thing it wanted me to do was drink a cup of water. And the next day, I thought I would advance through. You know what it was? It said, place a cup of water the night before on your nightstand.
Wow.
I was like, no, give me, have me read a book or something. But then I was like, no, we're gonna do this for 2 weeks. It seriously, If I don't drink my cup of water, then like everything goes to shambles. But when you say I'm gonna go drink my cup of water, you set everything into motion. Another thing I've been thinking about is not the things I say to myself, but the type of reactions I have to myself when I make a mistake. Sometimes it's not even words. It's like, ah. It's more evident because I have to watch like films of myself almost every day. I'm a little bit more filtered when I'm in front of you, when I'm filming in front of you. But if I'm just filming by myself, like it's kind of nasty to watch. It really is. I'm like grunting. I'm like, oh, it's so annoying. I'm frustrated. You can see so much frustration in myself. I let out these big sighs, and like I watch that. I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, even if we're like trying to upload something on like social media or whatever it is, and you do a typo or something happens, and it's like it's something tedious that we have to do and go back and do it. We're gonna be like, I've been just being more cognizant of that and like catching myself when I do that. It's just another verbal something that I'm letting out into the world for myself. And like it definitely dictates just like your mood. And like I had my leg day this morning, and it was like a simple like squat and then to a lunge, squat, lunge, squat, lunge, squat, lunge.
Yeah.
You do this leg up and like this, right, and then this and this. But then one of them I like messed up the feet and then I went like this. And it was like the funniest thing to me, and I let out this really funny laugh.
Aww.
And I was like, wow. Obviously, it was a lot lighter of a thing than like me messing up on a video. For me, it's that's gonna be how I'm gonna stay a bad bitch this following week. You know, just catching myself when I make mistakes, and I am controlling my destiny. That's it. That's it. We get to control our destiny by changing our words and drinking a cup of water. You don't have to work out. That's not what we're talking about. I mean, we're both working out, but that's not what it is. But everyone does need to drink water. So do that, and you get to control your destiny.
Yeah, I think that's really important because I think sometimes even people end up manifesting things that they don't expect to. Like
Believing that you're not photogenic.
yeah, I truly believe that will manifest itself.
It's a snowball. It really is a snowball.
Yeah, and I don't
starts
like
small.
that about myself in like other ways. And I think I've definitely improved a lot throughout the years. I mean, and I've seen that change within myself. So I know the power that those words hold, and that, you know, I have the power to create new positive.
New destinies.
Yeah, which is really cool. And that I think that makes me excited about like my life. I'm still pretty young, like very young.
Yeah, anyone can do this at any age.
That too, yeah.
Is there anything that you, again, want to do for next week on leveling up your bad bitch?
I might want to try adding something new to my routine.
Yeah.
I do want to read a little bit more. I downloaded some books. I got really excited because I was like, ooh, I can't wait. And I downloaded a bunch of books. Haven't really gotten to it. Hopefully I can be a bad bitch by
Hopefully.
reading. I will.
See, those are some words that we can watch out for in our lives, right?
Yeah.
We don't say, I want. Like, you know, we always say, I want. Like, what are you actually doing about your lives? Be strict on yourself, but also be flexible on yourself. It's never one or the other. Like, you gotta deploy both of those to yourself.
I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but one of like the things that I was really interested in, like studying psychology and stuff, was the theory of flow. Theory of flow is like you want this constant flow in your life, and you need to find things that aren't too easy for you, because then you're like get bored and tired. You need to have some challenge, but also not too challenging where you give up.
I'm gonna say one more thing. Here's the thing. If you're not used to doing one thing, right? This is what I've been noticing, at least in the workout, and I think this applies to everything else too. If you're used to just having a very certain type of lifestyle, even if you change one thing, it makes such a big difference. I was watching a lot of guides for finding the right fitness routine and mindset for myself. And the guy I was watching, he was saying, yes, you can do all the different healthier diets, count your macros, start doing these workouts and everything. But he was saying at the end of the day, if you've not been working out, or you've been living the other end of the spectrum of a lifestyle, you don't even have to change your diet. Even if you just start working out, moving your body, in weeks, in a month or so, you're gonna see such a dramatic change. For a guy who's been working out and all this stuff, like maybe he's not gonna see that big of a difference, but what he's saying is there's a spectrum of like living a sort of, just sit on your office chair life, and then like if there's that spectrum and you're working out as an athlete, if you're over here, just a little workout, even some jumping jacks in the morning is gonna make such a big difference. And that's what I'm saying. Like simple stuff is gonna change your life. That was a really cool episode. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to be a bad bitch throughout the week. Let us know what you thought about this. I know we said I was going to talk about community and Gandhi, but next week we'll talk about community, or maybe we'll talk about happiness versus joy. Let us know what you want to hear in the comments so we can all level up our bad bitches together. Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo!